Welcome to today's journey through the wisdom of Stoicism and how it applies to modern interactions, particularly between men and women. I'm excited to delve into a topic that, while rooted in ancient philosophy, remains incredibly relevant to our daily lives. Stoicism, a philosophy that teaches the development of self-control and fortitude as a means to overcome destructive emotions, doesn't just guide us in personal resilience, it also offers profound insights into how we interact with others. Today, we're focusing on the behaviors men should avoid when interacting with women, viewed through the lens of Stoic philosophy. Why Stoicism? Because it encourages us to focus on what we can control, our actions, our responses, and our words, and to let go of what we cannot. This philosophy can lead to more respectful and mindful relationships, and by understanding certain behaviors that should be avoided, men can foster healthier, more respectful interactions. So, whether you're well-versed in Stoic thought or just curious about improving your interactions with the women in your life, this video is for you. Let's explore together how ancient wisdom can inform and improve our modern conduct. Stick around as we uncover the 9 things men should avoid doing to women, all through the Stoic perspective. One of the fundamental misconceptions in many interactions between men and women is the notion that a woman needs saving. This belief, though sometimes rooted in a desire to help, can often undermine the agency and independence of women. But what does Stoicism have to say about this? Stoicism teaches us the value of personal autonomy and resilience. According to Stoic philosophy, each individual has the capacity to face life's challenges with their own strength and virtue. Marcus Aurelius, a prominent Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, emphasized that we each have the power to govern ourselves and should not impose our control on others unless it's to guide them towards their own self-sufficiency. When men assume that women need saving, they are inadvertently stripping women of their agency. This not only disrespects the individual's ability to manage their own lives but also contradicts the Stoic belief that true help involves empowering others to stand independently rather than creating dependence. Epictetus, another Stoic sage, argued that external assistance should only be offered when it genuinely benefits the other person's ability to manage themselves in the future. From this viewpoint, rather than rushing to save a woman from her circumstances, a Stoic-inspired approach would encourage supporting her efforts to handle her own challenges, thereby respecting and promoting her independence. By avoiding the assumption that a woman needs to be saved, men can align more closely with Stoic principles, showing respect for a woman's strength and capabilities, and fostering relationships based on mutual respect and equality. This not only contributes to healthier and more balanced interactions but also respects the Stoic ideal that each person is the best judge of their own needs and capabilities. Interrupting or talking over her. In the realm of Stoic philosophy, the importance of listening is heavily emphasized. The Stoics believe that wisdom comes not only from speaking but from truly listening to others. This principle holds a significant lesson in how men should interact with women, specifically, the need to avoid interrupting or talking over them. Seneca, a renowned Stoic philosopher, taught that listening is a form of respect and a means to gain knowledge. He advocated for the idea that we should listen with the intent to understand, not to reply. When men interrupt or talk over women, they are not only displaying a lack of respect but also a lack of self-control, which is another key tenet of Stoicism. Interrupting someone indicates a prioritization of one's own thoughts and opinions over the speaker's, suggesting that what the speaker is saying is less valuable. This behavior can diminish the woman's confidence in her value and her voice, which Stoicism would argue against, as every individual's rational contributions are considered important. Moreover, by talking over a woman, a man fails to practice another Stoic virtue, temperance. Temperance involves self-restraint and moderation, which are crucial in governing one's speech. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." This is a clear endorsement of the value of listening and an admonition against dominating conversations. Therefore, to cultivate better relationships with women and adhere to Stoic principles, men should practice patience and discipline in conversations. They should strive to listen more attentively, allowing women to express themselves fully and without interruption. This not only shows respect and courtesy but also enriches the man's understanding and appreciation of different perspectives, fostering a more stoic approach to communication. Offering unsolicited advice. In considering the Stoic approach to interactions, particularly between men and women, the practice of offering unsolicited advice warrants scrutiny. Stoicism, with its deep roots in personal accountability and the discernment of what one can control, provides a clear framework for understanding why this behavior can be problematic. Stoicism teaches the importance of focusing on one's own actions and judgments rather than overstepping into the affairs of others unless explicitly requested. The philosopher Epictetus stressed that the hallmark of a wise man is knowing what is in his control and what is not. When a man offers unsolicited advice to a woman, he inadvertently asserts a sense of control or superiority over her circumstances, which is contrary to Stoic principles. This act can diminish the recipient's sense of autonomy and self-efficacy. From a Stoic viewpoint, each individual is capable of governing their own reason and will. To impose one's advice without solicitation is to undermine this fundamental capability. It suggests a lack of respect for the woman's ability to navigate her own life and make her own decisions, which Stoics would argue is essential for personal growth and self-mastery. Moreover, unsolicited advice can be perceived as an intrusion, a breach of personal boundaries that Stoicism teaches us to respect. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, advocates for a life lived with dignity and respect for others, highlighting that true wisdom involves understanding and accepting the limits of our influence on others. Thus, in line with Stoic thought, men should exercise restraint and consider the appropriateness of their contributions to the discussions or challenges faced by women. The focus should be on fostering an environment where advice is given when it is sought and where each individual's autonomy and capacity to handle their affairs are fully respected. This not only adheres to Stoic philosophy but also supports a more respectful and constructive interaction. Making decisions for her. A critical aspect of Stoic philosophy involves respecting the autonomy and rational capacities of each individual. This is especially pertinent in the context of interactions between men and women, where the tendency for men to make decisions on behalf of women can often arise. Such behavior not only contravenes the principles of Stoicism but also undermines the foundational respect for personal agency that the philosophy espouses. Stoicism teaches that every person possesses the faculty of reason, which is the basis for self-governance. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic and Roman emperor, emphasized the importance of self-mastery and the ability to make decisions based on one's own reasoned judgments. When a man makes decisions for a woman, whether in personal, professional, or casual scenarios, he essentially denies her the opportunity to exercise her own reason and judgment. This is antithetical to Stoic ideals, which promote independence and personal virtue. Furthermore, making decisions for others without their consent or involvement can lead to a form of dependency that Stoics would find undesirable. Epictetus pointed out that true freedom comes from being in control of one's own mind and actions. Thus, when men presume to decide for women, they impede their freedom to develop personal resilience and virtue through facing and making their own choices. In practice, this means that men should be particularly cautious about encroaching on the decision-making space of women. Instead of assuming authority or superiority in determining what is best for her, a Stoic approach would encourage men to support women in forging their paths and making their own decisions. This respect for autonomy not only aligns with Stoic ethics but also fosters healthier, more equitable relationships. By refraining from making decisions for women, men honor the Stoic virtues of respect for individual agency and the development of personal wisdom and virtue in others. This approach not only strengthens interpersonal relationships but also supports a broader societal shift towards genuine respect and equality. Disregarding her boundaries. Stoicism, a philosophy that emphasizes the importance of self-control and respect for the autonomy of others, offers valuable insights into why disregarding a woman's boundaries is a significant misstep. According to Stoic principles, each individual is endowed with reason and, consequently, the capacity to set and maintain their boundaries based on rational decision-making. Respecting boundaries is not merely a courtesy but a fundamental expression of recognizing another person's rational nature. Stoic philosophy, as taught by philosophers like Epictetus, asserts that each person's capacity for rational thought is sacred and must be honored. By disregarding a woman's boundaries, a man not only violates her personal space and comfort but also undermines her rational autonomy. This disrespect can manifest in various ways, such as physical encroachment, dismissal of personal or emotional limits, or ignoring expressed preferences and requests. Each of these actions signifies a failure to acknowledge the woman as a rational and autonomous being, capable of determining her own limits and comfort levels. For Stoics, such behavior is ethically problematic because it conflicts with the virtue of justice, which demands that we give each person their due respect. Furthermore, disregarding boundaries disrupts the Stoic ideal of harmony within social relations. Stoicism advocates for a community where individuals interact with mutual respect and consideration, recognizing and upholding each other's inherent dignity. When men ignore the boundaries set by women, they not only harm individual relationships but also contribute to a broader societal imbalance. Therefore, it is crucial for men to be mindful of and responsive to the boundaries articulated by women. This involves active listening, seeking consent, and being attentive to nonverbal cues that may indicate discomfort. Such practices are not only in line with Stoic ethics but are essential for fostering respectful and harmonious interactions. By adhering to these principles, men can support a more just and virtuous society, true to the Stoic vision of communal respect and integrity. In Stoic philosophy, moderation and controlling one's desires are considered critical virtues. Stoics believe that allowing one's behavior or speech to be guided by physical desires, especially in inappropriate contexts, reflects a lack of self-discipline and wisdom. This perspective is particularly important when discussing the tendency of some men to frame their interactions with women in sexual terms. Stoicism teaches the importance of seeing beyond the surface and recognizing and valuing deeper aspects of individuals such as their character, intelligence, and virtues. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, emphasizes the need to look beyond the physical to appreciate the nature of things. When men associate everything with sexuality, they not only reduce their interactions to superficial exchanges but also fail to engage with the fuller, richer dimensions of who a woman is. Such behaviors can underestimate the importance of non-sexual aspects in the workplace, social settings, or personal relationships. This not only shows disrespect but also implies a misunderstanding of the true nature of human connections, which Stoicism holds in high regard. According to Stoicism, healthy relationships are built on mutual respect, understanding, and shared virtues, not just on physical attraction or desires. Furthermore, associating everything with sexuality can lead to discomfort and objectification, where women may feel valued only for their physical attributes, not as a whole person. In contrast to Stoic belief in the intrinsic value of every individual, this requires everyone to be treated with respect and kindness. Therefore, in line with Stoic philosophy, men are encouraged to act with moderation and focus on relationships that honor the whole person. This approach not only aligns with Stoic virtues of moderation and respect but also promotes healthier and more meaningful interactions, reflecting a deep appreciation for individuals' true essence. In today's discussion, we examined various behaviors that men should avoid in their interactions with women in line with the principles of Stoic philosophy. Stoicism, with its focus on virtues, self-control, and respect for the autonomy of others, offers timeless insights, especially in developing respectful and ethical relationships today. As a result, I encourage you to consider these points and think about how Stoic philosophy can guide towards more respectful and ethical interactions. The goal is not only to avoid negative behaviors but also to cultivate a mindset that values and respects the worth of others, especially in men's interactions with women. By applying these Stoic principles, we can all contribute to a fairer and more respectful society where relationships are built on mutual respect, understanding, and appreciation of each individual's value. Let's strive to be aware of our actions and their impact and promote interactions that reflect the best of Stoic wisdom and human virtue. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to share your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, remember to like, share, and subscribe for more content.